Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Bill. I'm an expat living in the Philippines and I'm considered a prepper. Today's video, I want to go over my updated gun range medical first aid kit. Okay, so I did a video about 9 months ago on the small bag that we used that I always carried when we go to the gun range. But I've added to that, and as things go, I had to get a little bit bigger bag. And then once I got a little bit bigger bag, I was able to put a lot more things into this. So this is something I recommend every single person that practices firearms at a gun range, whether indoor, outdoor, private, forest, land, camping, whatever. If you're gonna be shooting guns, you're gonna want this first aid kit or create your own. That said, this is not a one-shop bought a kit. This is me buying multiple things all over from different sites when on sale and when at good prices, and then combining what I thought would make the best kit here. Before we get into that, I want to tell you I'm looking for comments from my subscribers. If I'm missing something or you have a question about something, let me know. All right, so my new bag is now, here's my hand for reference, this size. It's still not that heavy, but let me go ahead and set the camera here so I can show you what I got. This bag is a 3-compartment bag. It has an equal compartment on each side and then the main compartment. I'll start with this side here. The first thing I have right away is 2 big blood clotting pads, right? These are gauze pads that you just, if you had a leg wound or a thigh wound or a belly wound, you just drop one of these in there pretty quickly. I have 2 of those. I have a smaller Israeli bandage. This is a 4-inch one. This is good for limbs and other wounds. A couple ace bandages and a roll of gauze. So that was the one side. The other side, which is quick access, also includes a long form tourniquet with the scissors and a larger Israeli bandage. Okay, that's all that's in that pocket there. Now this is where it gets really interesting. So I tried to arrange this stuff in kind of an order that I would need it. So if I was to open this bag and it's an emergency situation, I know on this side it was my tourniquet and some big bandages, and on the other side are these bandages, but also right here, easy to grab, is going to be my quick clot, okay? So I have quick clot in here, and also easy to grab would be chest seals. Now I have 2 chest seal kits, because these actually seal front and back if for whatever reason you had a chest wound. All right, I'd hate to have that. I do have a dermy stick, okay? That's like a fancy super glue. So if I had a large cut or something that I cleaned and then I wanted to close temporarily without doing on-site stitches, this guy comes in handy. Tissue, right? Sometimes at the gun range, there's no water and you need tissue. You know why. Common at a gun range is burns. So I do have some benzocaine burn cream. It actually is good for the burns. I have 2 tubes of that, but it also, with the benzocaine, releases pain. Along with tropical pain, I do have some lidocaine 25. This is good if you have a really painful external injury. You want to give someone some relief. And then if they're not that bad off, you got some Advil. So I got some pain meds taken care of here. Now, the gun range, eye wash is key, because sometimes you get something in your eye, whether it's wind blown or dirt. And then to go along with the eye wash, I have eye patches, right? So if you get hit with a random piece of brass in the eye, you're going to want to cover that eye and protect it with an ace bandage. I do have a splint. This will work for arm or leg, kind of, but mostly for arm. If something happens, I need to splint an arm. If I am splinting something, I do have a bandana here, standard good old-fashioned bandana, which will make an arm sling if needed. Smaller ace bandage. I have a large assortment of dressings, right? So gauze dressing, waterproof dressings, gauze pads, zip tie lines, right? So if there's another cut and I don't want to use the epi or the dermal pin, I can just put these zip tie bandages on there and hold something closed, as well as steri strips that will do the exact same thing. So I have a lot of wound care stuff in my kit because, let's face it, if you're at the range and you have a problem, it's probably a wound problem. All right, so I got some tape. I got some more tape, and I have more tape. So bandages don't do very good if you can't tape them and secure them. I got a small form tourniquet as well. Hydrogen peroxide to wash wounds. Iodine to sanitize wounds. Neosporin to treat infections of any wounds. And let's say you're stung by a bee or you got in something poison oak. I got some zinc oxide calamine that will relieve any itching or burning. Some extra gauze. It fell to the side, but I got 2 sets of gloves. I have an emergency blanket, even though it's hot out here, but the emergency blanket will definitely come in handy for shock. I have some oral gel and toothache gel just in case you get a round in the mouth or a cartridge in the mouth and you want to numb a cut lip or a cracked tooth or something. That baby oral gel will actually do a great job. I got a whole handful of standard Band-Aids of various sizes. I have moleskin, okay? If you're running around wearing boots and shoes, and believe me, out here in the Philippines, that's not common. It's all flip-flops and sandals. But at the gun range, it's boots and shoes. You might develop some blisters. So moleskin is something handy to have. Alcohol wipes, I have a handful of those. I have a small kit here with a little bit of tape, safety pins, and some scissors. To go along with that, I have a little pocket knife in case I need to cut any clothing away. I have a tactical pin, but really I just wanted a pin in case I needed to write the time on something. I have wipes here. Now these are soap wipes, so sometimes you just want to clean up, not necessarily a first aid item, but if you got gunpowder on your face, hands, arms, necks, and wherever, and same with your ears. So this is my gun range medical kit. Now, I'm not trying to do surgery out there. I'm trying to stabilize. Now, keep in mind, here in the Philippines, the gun range is nowhere near a hospital, right? You're talking about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on which range you're at, to get somebody that may be critically injured stabilized into a hospital. And then when you show up at the hospital out here, you're not guaranteed that the actual surgeon or a doctor with the correct experiences is on duty at that moment you showed up or available. They might have to call out and stuff. But what I'm hoping is with the blood clot, chest seals, bandages, tourniquets, pain meds, wipes, cleans, blankets, if something unforeseen was to happen while we're enjoying our rights at the gun range, I wanted to make sure that I had pretty much whatever I can think of on hand to take care of any medical issues. Now this is where you guys come in as my subscribers or just anybody watching. What am I missing? I have room. I can adjust things in this kit. So please let me know. I was thinking maybe a bigger eye wash container or something, but those little drops are good too. But anyways, if you like this video, hit that like button. And if you have comments or feedback, please, by all means, drop a comment in there and let me know what you think I'm missing. Yeah, and I'll take care of that. All right, guys. If you go to the gun range, make sure you have a medical first aid kit. And until next time, you guys be safe. Thank you.